Hello everyone, it's Mr. Abdullah Ramadan, and today inshallah we are going to have a very important lesson in English. We are going to learn the past simple tense and also the relative pronouns. I need from you to focus, so let's get started. So what are we going to learn today? We are going to learn the regular verbs and know more about the irregular verbs, of course, in the past simple. Also we are going to know the irregular verbs. We are going to know how to form a question using WH and how to answer them. We are going to know the verb to be in the past tense. And the last thing here is the relative pronouns. So let's start, and I need for me to focus. So let's check out the irregular verbs. At first, I have a picture I need from you to look at. Here we have some verbs. Here, listen, jump, walk, play. So what do I mean by this picture? I mean that these verbs are regular verbs. So why are these verbs are regular? That's what we are going to learn now. So the regular verbs. Regular verbs mean that when you put or the verb that accepts D or ED or IED, we call it a regular verb. So let's start by knowing how to add ED or D or IED to the verb. To form the affirmative past tense of most regular verbs, we add ED to the base form of the verb. What do I mean here? We mean that in most verbs, in most regular verbs, we add ED to the base of the verb, to the infinitive form of the verb. For example, wash, washed, wash, washed, okay? Number two, if the verb ends with E, you just add D. Again, if the verb ends in E, you just add D. For example, live ends here with E, we just add D to the verb. Live, lived. Okay? Cool. If the verb ends in a consonant preceded by a vowel, double the final consonant. So at first, what's the meaning of a consonant? A consonant is the opposite of a vowel. And here, I put you here the vowel sounds. A, I, E, U, and O. Okay? Other than these sounds, we call them consonants. Okay? So, if the verb ends in a consonant preceded by a vowel, double the final consonant. Okay? So here, stop. It ends with a consonant, which is P. Before the P we have O, which is, of course, a vowel sound. So here we are going to double the final consonant, which is like P. So stop will be stopped, double P. Good. If the verb ends in Y, preceded by a consonant, omit the Y and add IED. So if the verb ends with or end Y, before the Y we have a consonant, okay, we omit, we remove the Y and add IED. For example, puppy, Y, and before the Y we have P, which is a consonant, so we omit or remove the Y and add IED. Also study, studied. Okay, so this is very important. Let's take another thing. Here we have some verbs. I need from you to change it or to put D or IED or D to the verb. Here I need from you to practice like this as an exercise. So I'm gonna send it for you. Don't worry about this. Okay? In the negative form, how to form or how to change the sentence from a positive statement to be a negative statement. Here we have some positive statements, so I need for me to read it. For example, I worked in mushrooms company in May. Here the sentence is in the positive statement. So to form a negative statement, we use didn't plus infinitive plus the base form of the verb. So instead of saying I worked, it will be I didn't work. I worked, I didn't work. Okay, they are not the same sentences, but okay, I'm just explaining for you. I worked, I didn't work. I didn't work. Didn't plus the base form of the verb. Okay, don't say I didn't worked. This is like incorrect. Good. He lived in that small house 2 years ago. He lived in that small house 2 years ago. So we will say, great. He didn't live. He didn't live. He didn't live. Okay. We studied in the CET in last year. Okay. So here we studied will be we didn't study. We didn't study. Okay. Maria knew how to cook. Maria knew how to cook. Maria didn't know. Maria didn't know. Okay. Yesterday I had a party. This is very important. Focus. Yesterday I had a party. Okay. So I need to change it to the negative form. Yesterday had will be have, and we are going to put didn't. So why did I change had to have? Okay, because have is the base form of had. Yesterday I didn't have. Yesterday I didn't have. Okay, my mom had my wallet last night. My mom didn't have my wallet last night. Here are some negative statements. I didn't work in the cock company. He didn't live in the big one. We didn't study in the CBTIS. Maria didn't know how to make tortillas. Today I didn't have classes. My mom didn't have her purse. Okay, or purse. I'm sorry, her purse. Okay, good. So now I need for me to read like this and focus, because this is a very important thing. Okay, how to change from positive to negative. Good. Let's take another thing. I need for me to focus. This is like a pronunciation tab here. So we are going to know how to pronounce these verbs. In the past simple, we have three endings or three pronunciation for the ed ending. Okay, we like pronounce the ed as d, t, and ed or ed. Okay, so when I need for me to focus, play, play, male, try. Okay, play, male, try. I'm not going to tell you why I'm going to pronounce play like played with D, and walk with like walked in T, needed in D, or in it. I'm just going to tell you, I need for me to memorize this. Okay, because we have a rule, but I'm not going to tell you the rule now. Okay, so play will be played. I need just for me to know that we have three like endings or three pronunciation for the ed ending: D, T, and ed. Play, played. Mail, mailed. Try, tried. Okay? Here, walk, not walked. No, walked, walked. Stop, stopped, stopped. Not stopped. Okay? Look, looked. Or looked, looked, looked. Okay? Don't say looked. No, it's looked, looked. Need, needed, id. Wait, waited, waited. Visit, visited. Okay, visited. I need from you to fill here some verbs if you know, okay, as like a practice or a homework. So I'm going to send it for you. Good. Here we have the expressions for past tense, or the keywords. We call it expressions or keywords. So we have last night, last Sunday, last week, last weekend, last year, and last month. Okay, ago, 10 minutes ago, an hour ago, 3 days ago, a week ago, a month ago, a year ago. Yesterday, yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening, the day before yesterday. This is very important, okay? So I need from you to memorize this, okay? Good. So let's check out the irregular verbs, okay? I need for me to look here. When, break, find, give. Okay? Good. Here, we are going to look for the past form of the following verbs in your list. So, at first, I'm going to tell you what's the meaning of irregular verbs. We said that irregular verbs are the verbs that we can add d, ed, or id to them. In the irregular verbs, we have a problem. We have to memorize them because they don't have a specific rule or a fixed rule. Okay? So you have to memorize the like irregular verbs. Like in the previous slide, win will be won, break will be broke, find found, give gave. So we don't have a rule for this. So I need for me to memorize this and search about the second form or the past form for these verbs here and fill in here. Okay, I need from you to search on the internet and fill here as a homework. So you have to memorize. For example, drive will be search about it. Take will be also search about it. So I need from you to search and fill here in the gaps. Okay, good. Also here we have an exercise. I need from you to answer. You are going to write the correct form of the verb on the lines. Use the simple past tense. I'm going to answer the first one because we are going to take it now. John Lennon was born in 1940. So B will be was. And we're going to know now why did I choose was. Let's take it. After this we have WH and did questions. Okay? So how to form the WH questions? We just add what or the WH at first, what, where, etc. And we put did after this. After that we are going to put the verb in the infinitive form. For example, what here at first, did you do last Sundays? Okay, so here we have what, after this we have did, and the verb in the infinitive form. Okay, the answer will be I plus the second form of the verb. I played like soccer with my friends. Okay, number two, where did you play soccer? I played soccer in the park. I played soccer in the park. Okay, how long did you stay there? We stayed there for about 2 hours. Let's ask with that. Okay, if you want to like form a question using that, just add did at first and the verb in the infinitive form. For example, did you enjoy the match? Did you enjoy the match? If the question starts with did, the answer will be yes or no. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. We call it short answers. Okay, yes, I did. It's okay. You don't have to say I got so exhausted but I like it. No, you can just say yes, I did. Did you do something else that day? No, I didn't. It's okay. You don't have to say, well, I just called my girlfriend and went out with her. This is easy, okay? So I need for me to study this. This is very important. Let's get back to the previous slide. Here we have be. Of course, we know be in the present simple. We took it. Is like am, is, and are. Here in the past tense, the verb to be will be like was and were. Was and were. Was for I, he, she, it. Were for we, you, and they. So here John Lennon, it's like he. So we are going to say John Lennon was born in 1940. Okay? Okay, in Liverpool, England, where he. You're going to put this in the second form, which is the past form of the verb. Okay? And also here and there. Okay, so I need for me to practice this. I just told you the past form of be. Is, are will be was, where. Okay, was for I, he, she, and it. And in where we are going to use you, we, and they. Good. Let's take this. I need for me, here we have some questions. I need for me to practice with your friend. I need for me to ask the following questions to your friend and answer back to. For example, you are going to tell your friend, where did you go on vacation? He's going to answer, I went to Alexandria. Okay, for example. What did you do? I went to the beach. So on, so on. Okay, I need for me to ask these questions for your friend. Okay, I'm going to send it for you. Now we are going to turn to the relative pronouns. So what is a relative pronoun? We are going to know. We have, number one here, we have who. So when do we use who? We use it to refer to people in the subject form. To refer to people in the subject form. For example, Lord Thompson, who is 76, has just retired. Okay, so who is 76 had just retired. So I'm referring to the Lord, okay, in the subject form. So here I'm just referring, okay, to the Lord or to the name here, okay? So we use who to refer to people in the subject form, okay? Whose, number 2. Whose, we use it to refer to belongings of others, okay? To things that other people like own, okay? For example, this is George, whose brother went to school with me. This is George, whose brother went to school with me. So George's brother went to school with me. Okay, so this is George, whose brother went to school with me. So we use whose to refer to belongings of others. Okay, whom, we use whom to refer to people in the object form. Okay, we use whom to refer to people in the object form. Excellent. For example, this is George, whom you met at our house last year. Okay, so here we use like whom to refer to George in the like object form. This is George, whom you met at our house last year. Good. That, this is important. We use it to refer to animals, things, and people in an essential clause. In an essential clause. Focus here, okay? Focus in this like word, essential, okay? For example, Marie Curie is the woman that discovered radium. So Marie Curie is the woman that discovered radium. So essential clause or essential sentence. Is this like an essential sentence? Yes, because Marie Curie discovered something like important. So when the sentence is important and we speak about animals, things, or people, we use that. Okay, Marie Curie is the woman that discovered radium. Okay, good. Which, we use it to refer to animals and things in a non-essential clause. Animals and things in a non-essential clause. We have two like things here. In that we refer to animal, things, and people, in which we just refer to animals and things. Also in that we refer to an essential clause, here in a non-essential clause. Good. For example, this is the house which Jack built. This is the house which, okay, we refer to a non-essential clause. Jack built. For example, when I say that Jack built the house, is this important? No, the house is like there. I don't want to know who built it. Okay, so this is the house. That's it. Which Jack built is like a non-essential clause. Okay, good. Where, of course you know it, we use it to refer to places. Okay, for example, do you remember the place where we caught the train? Do you remember the place where we caught the train? So we use where to like refer to places. Thank you for watching. I hope that you understood the lesson, and see you inshallah in the next like video or like lesson. Thank you and bye bye.